Well, it looks like people are really sick of Ubisoft slop because they are the absolute worst when it comes to developers in this industry. Their games are buggy, broken, and it does not work. They make the same games over and over and over again, the same formula, the same gameplay, the same garbage. And now, Star Wars Outlaws, the disastrous Star Wars game that did not make that much money. Now the game has finally launched on Steam, and guess what? Nobody gives a damn. Nobody's playing it. And I have the Steam charts right here to show you. 1,349 playing right now. 1,349. That is abysmal for not only for Ubisoft but for Star Wars as a whole. Nobody cares about Star Wars anymore. Star Wars is garbage. The franchise has been beaten down by Disney with all these terrible movies, the terrible movie trilogy, and too many terrible Disney Plus garbage TV shows that did not need to exist. All it did was create terrible adaptations that destroyed the brand further and further, and now you have a game based off that IP and the game is not selling well. All-time peak on Steam, 1,645. With a game this big, with a franchise this big, and with a company as big as Ubisoft, one of the biggest publishers in the whole industry, they can't even break 2,000 peak within the first few hours of the game. They should honestly have like 10,000. If they actually made a good game, if people actually cared about Star Wars, this game would have 10,000 in like a few hours. But nobody cares about this buggy, broken disgrace. It's trash. Why is Ubisoft still getting money like that? Why are people even bothering with this company? You know what you're gonna get. You know that their games do not work, but you keep buying it. I don't understand that shit at all. Stop giving garbage companies your money. If they know that you are going to give them your money regardless if the product is good or not, why will they make a good product? And Ubisoft has not made a good game since what? Assassin's Creed 4, Far Cry 4, and that was a decade ago. They have been garbage for a decade. Just like the whole industry when you really think about it, at least in my opinion. I think gaming fell off a cliff after the 360 generation. The 360 generation was the last good generation to actually focus on gameplay and not a billion cutscenes. Nowadays there's too many cutscenes. During the 360 generation we actually had art style instead of this ugly Unreal Engine realism. I feel like the whole industry has been dead for a decade. And Ubisoft is the worst of the worst. Stop giving them your money. When are you going to learn? Stop rewarding these ugly ass women that we see in every single game nowadays, because that was the first thing I heard about this game when this game was shown off and they got a trailer. The main character already turned me away because we see this in every single game nowadays. We can't have any attractive women in games nowadays. Stop awarding this garbage and make the character ugly despite the actress behind the character is very attractive. This is the same typical AAA pattern that they do. Every single company does this nonsense and people are genuinely sick of it. They needed this game to sell a lot of copies because their games cost way too much to make. This game probably cost $200 or $300 million to make. It has not even sold that much in general in other platforms. The rumor is that it sold at least 2 million copies, which is literally nothing for a game that could be upwards of $200 to $300 million to make. So they need like 5-10 million copies, and that's not even including marketing. This game is a failure, and Ubisoft is gonna fail and go downhill. And I can't wait to see it. Many others can't wait to see it. And I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Ubisoft and Star Wars Outlaws, go fuck yourself.